Let me ask you something real. When no one's watching, not your friends, not your family, not even the mirror, what do you choose? Do you choose to scroll for another hour, or do you pick up that book you've been avoiding? Do you hit snooze and stay in bed, or do you get up and start building something? Do you grab the chips in the couch, or do you cook something healthy because you actually care about yourself? We all know what the right thing is. The hard part isn't not knowing, it's doing. Because here's the truth. Life is a constant battle between pleasure now and purpose later. And I'm not here to shame anyone. I've been there too. We all have. That rush of dopamine when you say yes to the party instead of the project. That quick fix from junk food or endless social media. Or that late night binge watch. It feels good until it doesn't. Because then comes the crash, the guilt, the emptiness. You wake up the next morning and wonder why you feel so drained, even though you did nothing. That's what short-term pleasure does. It gives you a moment of joy, but takes back tenfold from your future. Now don't get me wrong, rest is important, fun matters. Life isn't all hustle and grind. But there's a difference between choosing joy and chasing escape. What separates people who build something meaningful from those who don't? They make different choices, not because they're better than us, not because they don't struggle, but because they've decided that their future is worth more than their current comfort. They show up when they don't feel like it. They work when no one's clapping. They say no, so they can say yes to freedom later. They sit with loneliness, not because they want to, but because they're building something bigger than popularity. The top 1%, they don't live like that because they're perfect. They live like that because they've made peace with discomfort. They know that greatness doesn't come from a highlight reel. It comes from showing up on the lowlights, from doing the work when it's quiet, from failing quietly, learning quietly, growing quietly. And here's the thing, no one hands you purpose, no one texts it to you, no algorithm feeds it to you. You earn it, in silence, in sweat, in small decisions every single day. So here's my challenge to you. Start choosing your future over your feelings, just for a moment. Every time you put your phone down, you're choosing discipline over distraction. Every time you choose to move your body instead of numb it, you're investing in yourself. Every time you get up early, stay up late, or push through fatigue, you're stacking bricks in the foundation of the life you want. Because the pain of discipline fades, but the pain of regret, that sticks around. And trust me, you don't want to be 40, 50, 60 years old wishing you had started sooner. Greatness isn't handed out at birth. It's built, brick by brick, choice by choice, day by day. Man, these days, everybody's got something to say. Everyone's talking like they've figured it all out. Giving advice they don't live. Quoting books they've never applied. Judging moves they never had the guts to make. You know what all that talk builds? Nothing. No business. No legacy. No real life change. Because talking is easy. Watching is safe. Listening without doing, that's just glorified procrastination. Let me break it down. There are theorists. They know all the quotes. They've read every self-help book. They've got vision boards, plans, and journals filled with dreams. But when it's time to actually do something, they freeze. They overthink. They wait. They talk hustle but don't hustle. They know the path but never walk it. Then there are practitioners. Different breed. They don't say much. Not because they don't have opinions, but because they're too busy building. They're in the trenches, failing, learning, adapting. They've got dirt under their nails, sweat on their face, and 1,000 small wins stacked on their back, while others are busy posting about discipline. Practitioners are out there living it, even when nobody's watching. Here's the real difference. Theorists wait to feel confident before they move. Practitioners move, and that's how they build confidence. Theorists crave the outcome. Practitioners fall in love with the process. The reps, the grind, the uncomfortable parts no one celebrates. You don't get stronger thinking about push-ups. You get stronger doing them. Tired, shaky, even when it hurts. You don't earn respect by knowing everything. You earn it by doing something with what you know. So stop chasing more information like it's going to save you. You've got enough. You need more execution, more doing, more failing, more adjusting, less perfection, more momentum. Look, decide who you want to be. You gonna be the one who talks about change, or the one who becomes it? Because in the end, action is the separator, execution is the game, and the ones who move, they're the ones who win. Let's talk about something uncomfortable for a moment, something most people actively avoid. Pain. Not physical pain necessarily, though that's part of it. I'm talking about the pain of growth, the pain of facing your fears, the pain of honest self-reflection, the pain of discipline. Why is it that for the vast majority, this kind of pain seems utterly impossible? Because we become masters of evasion. We've built entire lives, entire cultures around escaping it, feeling a void, a moment of discomfort, a whisper of inadequacy. What's the first thing we reach for? The phone. Endless scrolling, a digital sedative. It numbs the mind, distracts the soul. Feeling lonely, unfulfilled? There's a party, a fleeting connection, a quick hit of external validation. It feels good for a second, but it doesn't solve the core issue, does it? Stressed? Overwhelmed? Maybe it's that extra drink, that indulgent meal, that mindless binge-watching session. Anything to push away the discomfort. Anything to avoid sitting with the silence, with the truth. We've been conditioned to believe that pain is the enemy, that happiness means constant comfort. But here's the brutal truth. If you consistently escape the small pains, you will never achieve true greatness. You will never build anything meaningful. You will never truly know yourself. Because real growth, real strength, real resilience, it's forged in the fire of discomfort. It's in the moments you choose to lean into the pain, not run from it. It's when you choose the hard path, the quiet grind, the lonely discipline. That's where character is built. That's where clarity emerges. That's where your true power lies. The people who achieve extraordinary things, they don't avoid pain. They understand it. They embrace it. They see it as a signal, a teacher, a necessary step. They know that the fleeting pleasure of escape leads to long-term regret, and the temporary pain of discipline leads to lasting freedom. Stay f***ing hard. Not sometimes. Not when it's easy. Not when people are clapping for you. Stay hard when no one believes in you. Stay hard when the results don't show. Stay hard when your body says quit and your mind whispers, just take it easy. You weren't built for soft. You weren't built to fold when it gets uncomfortable. You were built to suffer. You were built to struggle. Because inside that pain, that's where greatness is hiding. Everybody wants to win, but nobody wants to bleed. Everybody wants success, but nobody wants the scars. They want comfort, validation, shortcuts. You want legacy, discipline, war. You want to stay hard when it rains, when it hurts, when it's lonely. You want to stay hard when they laugh at you, when they count you out. Because you know softness is what broke them. Comfort is what buried their dreams. But not you. You wake up tired. You move anyway. You feel fear. You go anyway. You fail. You get up again and again and again. Because you've trained your mind to push when it screams stop. You've trained your soul to hunt when others hide. Staying hard isn't about fake toughness. It's about choosing discipline when distraction knocks. It's about doing the hard thing, the right thing, even when no one's watching. It's about being unbreakable because you've already been broken and survived. So when life comes swinging, you swing back harder. When the weight gets heavy, you carry it further. When you feel nothing left, you find one more rep, one more second, one more step. You don't need a crowd. You don't need applause. You just need that fire in your gut, that promise you made to yourself, that mission you locked in your bones. Stay hard for the man or woman you're becoming. Stay hard for the days they'll say, "How did you do it?" And you'll look back and say, "I never gave in. I never made excuses. I never got soft. I stayed f***ing hard." Can't break me, because I'm built different. You throw pain at me, I eat it for breakfast. You bring pressure, I turn it into power. You send storms, I become the thunder. I'm not made from comfort. I'm not shaped by ease. I'm built from the struggle, from the grind, from the lonely nights and the silent battles. Most people run when it gets hard. I run toward it, because I don't fear the fire. I forge in it. I don't crumble under weight. I carry it further. You see, I wasn't handed strength. I earned it, rep by rep, scar by scar. Every failure made me sharper. Every setback made me hungrier. Every doubt built another layer of armor. You can't break me, because I've been broken before and rebuilt stronger. You can't shake me, because I've already walked through earthquakes and didn't flinch. You can't stop me, because I don't wait for permission. I don't fold, I don't pause, I don't beg. When others get tired, I dig deeper. When they make excuses, I make progress. When they crack, I climb, because I'm not built like them. I'm built to last. I'm built to endure. I'm built for war. Weakness is everywhere. The world's gone soft. People tap out at the first sign of pressure. They want comfort, not challenge. They want easy wins, not earned victories. They scroll instead of study. They party instead of prepare. They complain instead of compete. They want the reward but skip the process. And that's exactly why it's so easy to rise to the top right now. Because most people quit before the race even starts. They're allergic to discipline. They avoid discomfort like it's poison. But discomfort, that's where the winners are made. You don't need to be a genius to dominate. You just need grit. You don't need to be born rich. You just need relentless hunger. You don't need perfect conditions. You just need the guts to grind through chaos. This soft world, it's your advantage. Because when you show up with fire in your chest, with a vision no one else can see, with consistency that outlasts motivation, you immediately stand out. While others hit snooze, you're already building. While they make excuses, you're making progress. While they seek comfort, you seek challenge. And that mindset alone puts you in the top 10%. Want to go further? Get obsessed. Want to rise above average? Embrace pain. Want to win? Make sacrifice your lifestyle. Because in a world full of weak minds, a strong one becomes unstoppable. In a world drowning in comfort, discipline becomes your superpower. It's not crowded at the top, because most people never climb. So if you've got that edge, that fire, that no-quit DNA, now is your time. Because the softer the world becomes, the easier it is to be uncommon, to be elite, to be the one they can't ignore. So rise up, train harder, think deeper, act bolder. While the world stays soft, you stay hard. And you take everything they said you couldn't have, because the top is wide open, and it's waiting for someone like you. It's about transformation. It's about that feeling deep down, that whisper, that maybe who you are right now isn't quite who you're meant to be. It's about breaking free from the limitations you built around yourself. Because let's face it, we all get comfortable. We settle into routines, into habits, into ways of thinking that at some point stop serving us. We become our current self, a version that might be good but isn't yet great. And to become truly great, sometimes you have to shatter the mold. This isn't about self-destruction. It's about deconstruction. It's about looking at your current self, honestly, unflinchingly. What beliefs are holding you back? What habits are keeping you stuck? What fears are dictating your choices? This process, it's not easy. It's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to feel like you're pulling apart the very fabric of who you are. You'll question everything. You'll face resistance, both from within and from the world around you. People might not understand why you're changing. They might even try to pull you back to the old you, the comfortable you. But this is where courage comes in. This is where commitment kicks in. Because to rebuild stronger, you first have to identify the weak points. You have to dismantle the structures that no longer support your highest potential. It's like tearing down an old crumbling wall to build a skyscraper in its place. You can't build on a shaky foundation. So how do you do it? You start by acknowledging the pain of staying the same, the pain of unfulfilled potential, the pain of mediocrity. That pain, that burning desire for more, that's your fuel. Then you start small, one habit at a time, one limiting belief challenge, one uncomfortable conversation, one disciplined choice, repeated daily. You replace the old, weak bricks with new, stronger ones. You embrace the discomfort of the unknown. You seek out new knowledge. You surround yourself with people who challenge you, who elevate you. You commit to the process even when it feels like nothing is changing. Because every single small act of discipline, every single choice to push past your comfort zone is a hammer blow against the old you and a chisel stroke for the new. You are not defined by your past. You are not limited by your current circumstances. You have the power right now to break free, to shed the skin of who you were and emerge as the powerful, resilient, unstoppable force you were always meant to be. The journey to your stronger self begins with a single, brave decision. To break so you can truly rebuild. To shatter the old so the magnificent new can rise. Embrace the process. Your future self is waiting. Talent means nothing if you don't outwork everybody. You can be gifted, blessed, naturally sharp. None of it matters if you're lazy. Hard work is the equalizer. Hard work is the separator. Hard work is the weapon. You see someone winning, Don't ask how talented they are. Ask how much they grind. Ask how many nights they stayed up when everyone else went out. Ask how many times they kept showing up when no one believed in them. Talent might get you in the room, but hard work keeps you there. Talent might get you attention, but grind earns you respect. Talent gives you potential. Hard work turns it into results. Every day you don't put in the work, someone else is catching up. Someone with less talent, less support, less resources, but more hunger, more discipline, more grit. Grind doesn't care how talented you are. Grind doesn't care how you feel today. Grind only cares if you show up. Grind only respects action. This isn't about what you were born with. It's about what you're willing to suffer for. It's about what you're building, rep by rep, hour by hour, day by day. Earn it daily, not once, not when it's convenient. Every single day, earn the respect, earn the progress, earn the life you want. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. That's not a quote, it's a lifestyle, it's a mindset, it's a code. You want to win? Then outwork everyone, outlast everyone, outgrind everyone. No excuses, no shortcuts. Just discipline, sacrifice, and relentless effort. Because talent means nothing if you're not obsessed with earning it. Every day, show the world you weren't given this, you built it. Grind in silence, no announcements, no validation hunting, no clapping for half-finished work. Because the real ones don't talk, they execute. They don't post, they progress. They don't seek attention, they seek mastery. While they sleep, you train. While they party, you build. While they flex, you sacrifice. You don't need to tell the world what you're about to do. Just do it. Let the silence grow into shock. Let the work talk louder than your words ever could. You're not chasing applause. You're chasing evolution. You're not in this for likes. You're in this for legacy. Every rep in the dark makes you dangerous in the light. Every lonely night adds up. Every unseen sacrifice compounds. They won't understand now. They'll question your grind. They'll mock your discipline. Let them. Because when the results show, the noise stops. When the results speak, the doubters disappear. When you win, the silence becomes a roar. So don't break your focus for attention. Don't let the world distract your mission. Keep your head down. Keep your standards high. No noise, no bragging, just relentless work. Be so consistent they forget you until they can't ignore you. Be so locked in that even success can't distract you. Grind in silence. Let the results scream. You're sitting there right now, maybe feeling alone. Maybe feeling like no one sees you, like no one's cheering for you. And that's okay because you don't need someone else to start. You don't need permission to grow. You don't need company to commit. Because the strongest versions of ourselves are built in silence, in solitude, in the moments when it's just you and your decision to keep going. Alone, but not broken. Nobody's checking in. Nobody's coming to rescue you. And that's exactly why you're dangerous. You've got no cheerleaders, no spotlight, no applause. Just hunger. Just discipline, just a dream nobody else can see. You wake up with no one watching, no one pushing you, no one reminding you why you started, and still you show up, still you grind, because deep down you already know real greatness is built in silence, built in shadows, built when the world turns its back and you refuse to fold. You've got battle scars, not sympathy. You've got pressure, not privilege. You've got pain, but pain is fuel. So when the voice in your head says, "Why me?" you answer, "Because I'm built for this. This is your time. This is your season of becoming." You don't need motivation, you've got mission. You don't need company, you've got clarity. You don't wait for help, you become the help. You become the hero. You become the one who breaks the cycle, sets the standard, and builds the life they said you couldn't. Nobody's coming, so get up anyway. Push anyway, win anyway. You're alone, yeah. But you're not broken. You're building. You're becoming. Now grind. And don't stop until the silence turns into legacy. No rest. No mercy. Every damn day. While they sleep in, you show up. While they complain, you commit. While they scroll, you suffer. On purpose. There's no secret, no shortcut, just sweat, sacrifice, and showing up when nobody's clapping. You don't wait for perfect conditions. You create them. You don't ask for permission. You earn your place. You don't feel like it. Do it anyway. You're tired? Good. That means it's working. Excuses, burn them. Feelings, put them on silent. Comfort, kill it, because comfort never built greatness. You want to be elite? Then act like it, train like it, live like it. Every single rep, every early morning, every lonely night, they count. You either suffer now and succeed later, or take it easy now and regret forever. Your grind is your proof, your effort is your edge, and your consistency, that's your secret weapon. No excuses, no letting up, no days off from being relentless. I'm talking about comfort. We crave it, don't we? That soft bed, that easy routine, that predictable path. We build entire lives around avoiding friction, avoiding challenge. We seek out the path of least resistance. Make yourself suffer, on purpose, because comfort is the killer of greatness. Every time you choose easy, you lose power. Every time you run from pain, you run from growth. Your comfort zone is a padded cell. It feels safe, but it's a prison. You weren't built for comfort. You were built for challenge, for pain, for pressure, for heat. You want to rise? Then bleed for it, sweat for it, crawl through the mud for it. You think champions live comfortable lives? No! They suffer more, they break themselves, and then build something unbreakable. Comfort feeds weakness, and weakness invites regret. But suffering is a teacher. It humbles you, sharpens you, it purifies you. You don't need another nap. You need war with your limits. You need to be uncomfortable, cold, hungry, tired, alone. Because that's where the beast is born. Discipline is built when nobody's watching. When you choose the grind instead of the excuse. When you say no to comfort and yes to the pain that builds kings. Get out of that soft life. Get off that cozy path and walk into the fire. Because on the other side of suffering is the version of you that's unstoppable. Remember this. The world doesn't care about your excuses. It cares about your actions. It cares about whether you're willing to do the hard work when everyone else is taking the easy way out. So stand up, get back to work, keep grinding, keep pushing, because the person you want to become is waiting on the other side of discomfort. And trust me, it's worth it. You are your own toughest opponent. Not your boss, not your past, not the world. It's you. The battle you're really fighting isn't out there. It's in here, in your mind. Think about it. You set a goal, a big dream, a new commitment, and then almost immediately, a voice pipes up. That inner voice, it whispers doubts. It conjures up excuses. It tells you you're not good enough, not smart enough, not disciplined enough. It reminds you of every past failure. It tells you to stay comfortable, to quit, to just give up. It's always been you versus you. Not them, not the world. Just that voice in your head that says you can't. That voice that tells you to hit snooze, to quit early, to stay comfortable. You know the one. It whispers doubt when you're trying to grow. It screams fear when you step outside your comfort zone. It lies. It manipulates. It wants control. And every single day, you have a choice. Let it win or fight back. The real war isn't out there. It's inside. It's the war between who you are and who you're trying to become. And if you don't win that war in your mind, you'll lose in real life. Because the mind is the gatekeeper. It decides if you push or fold, if you grind or give up, if you grow or shrink. Beat that inner voice by showing up when it says rest, by pushing when it says quit, by believing when it says doubt. You silence that voice with action, with consistency, with discipline. You don't negotiate with weakness. You don't make deals with fear. You dominate it every damn day. This is your life, and your biggest opponent isn't someone else. It's you. So show the voice who's in charge. Be louder than the doubt, stronger than the fear, hungrier than the excuses. Because when you win the mind, you win the war. Now go out there and beat the old you. Broken? Good. Failed? Even better. Because true strength isn't found in never falling. It's found in how you rise. It's found in what you build from the wreckage. Failure is not the end. It's the beginning of something better. Because now you've got nothing to lose. Now you're dangerous. Now you're real. Failure didn't end you. It exposed you. It showed you the gaps. It revealed the truth. Now you know exactly what needs to be fixed. This is your comeback season, not your excuse season, not your feel sorry for yourself season. You'll rise up, grind harder, become a problem season. When life knocks you down, it's not the end. It's the setup for the next version of you. The stronger version, the wiser version, the unbreakable version. You see, most people stay broken. They use it as a reason to give up. But you use it as the reason to go harder. You rise from the dirt, from the disappointment, from the heartbreak, from the failure, because the comeback mindset doesn't cry forever. It doesn't wait for someone to save it. It doesn't fold under pressure. It becomes pressure. Every scar, a lesson. Every setback, a setup. Every loss, fuel for the next round. You're not done. You're just getting started. This is your rebuild phase. This is your redemption arc. This is where the world finds out what you're made of. You've been tested. You've been humbled. Now it's time to become undeniable. Comeback isn't a moment. It's a decision. It's a mindset. It's a lifestyle. So get back up. Lock in. Rebuild. With pain in your chest and fire in your eyes. Because broken doesn't mean beaten. It means you've got a reason to rise. Now rise! Feeling weak? Good. That's the signal. That's the moment where most people quit, but not you. That feeling of weakness? It's not a stop sign. It's a starting gun. It's the precise moment you have the greatest opportunity for transformation. You don't need motivation to start. You need discipline to keep going. Because motivation fades, but discipline lasts. And when you feel like quitting, that's when you need it the most. You don't tap out, you lock in. You don't back off, you double down. Weakness isn't your identity, it's your challenge. And the answer is discipline, not motivation, not comfort, not waiting for the right mood. Discipline is doing it even when everything inside you says don't. When your body's tired, but you train anyway. When your mind says sleep, but your purpose says grind. When your emotions are loud, but your vision is louder. You feel weak? Then get up and prove you're stronger than that feeling. You're not your emotions. You're not your excuses. You're not your past. You are your habits. You are your decisions. You are what you do when nobody's watching. Build discipline like a weapon. Train it daily. Sharpen it relentlessly. Use it to destroy your limits. Because once you master discipline, weakness loses its grip. You stop negotiating with laziness. You stop dancing with distraction. You stop needing permission to go all in. You become unstoppable. Not because it's easy, but because you made it non-negotiable. Discipline turns doubt into confidence. It turns average into excellence. It turns maybe one day into right now. So yeah, feel weak, then get up. Lock in. Work anyway. Every rep, every decision, every sacrifice. Stack it. Own it. Become the version of you that refuses to break. You want power? It starts with discipline. Now go earn it. No excuses. Get it done. That's the mindset. That's the difference between winners and everyone else. You've got no reason to fail except the ones you make up in your head. No excuse is strong enough to hold you back. Only the ones you give yourself keep you stuck. Nobody cares how you feel. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's going to do it for you. You've got goals, then get to work. Tired? Good. Work tired. Broke? Then grind like your life depends on it, because it does. Alone? Then be your own damn support system. Excuses don't pay bills. Excuses don't build dreams. Excuses don't move the needle. You say you want success? Then prove it. When it's hard, do it anyway. When you're scared, do it anyway. When it's uncomfortable, do it anyway. Champions are built in moments of discomfort. Legends are made when nobody's watching. Greatness doesn't show up for the people who try. It shows up for the ones who do. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need more time. You don't need motivation. You need to commit, lock in, show up every single day. The world doesn't need another person with potential. It needs someone who executes, someone who says no excuses and backs it up with action. So next time your mind starts talking soft, remind yourself why you started. Remind yourself who you want to become. Remind yourself what's at stake. No more delays, no more blame, no more stories. Get it done, period. That's how you win. Don't quit now. You've come too far to stop here. You fought battles in silence that nobody saw. You've cried behind closed doors and still showed up. This is not the time to quit. Not when you're so close. Not when the finish line is in sight. Not when everything you've worked for is about to break open. This is not where your story ends. This is where it gets interesting. This is the part they talk about later. The part where you didn't fold. You're tired, I get it. You're doubting yourself, I know. But you didn't survive all that pain just to give up now. You've got something to prove. Not to them, to you. To the younger version of you who dreamed of more. To the future version of you who's counting on you to keep going. They said you couldn't do it. They said you're not built for this. Good. Let that fuel you. Let that burn in your chest. You're not weak. You're not average. You're not done. You're just being tested. And the pressure you're feeling, that's shaping the beast inside. Don't let the fear win. Don't let the tiredness talk you out of your destiny. Don't let their doubts become your beliefs. You have everything it takes. You just need to keep going. One more step. One more rep. One more day. Push past the pain. Rise above the noise. Silence the doubt with action. Because when it's all said and done, you're going to look back and smile. Not because it was easy, but because you didn't quit when it got hard. Don't stop now. You can make it. And when you do, they'll all know you were always built different.